French officials claim to have thwarted a major terror attack following the arrest of a French national suspected to be part of a militant network planning an attack in France. The arrest came 2 days after suicide bombers hit the Brussels airport and a metro train, killing at least 31 people and wounding some 270 in the worst such attack in Belgian history. Last November, 130 people were killed in Paris in coordinated attacks on cafes, a sports stadium and a concert hall. The ISIL militant group claimed responsibility for both the Paris and the Brussels attacks. According to French security officials, the thwarted plan was at an advanced stage.
This operation follows an important interrogation carried out by the General Directorate of Homeland Security, which allowed us to foil a planned attack in France, which was at an advanced stage. The individual questioned, holding French nationality, is suspected of being involved at a high level in this project. But at this stage, no concrete evidence links this plot to the Paris or Brussels attack. The investigation underway is expected to establish the nature of this criminal activity and its possible collaborators.
And in Belgium, police have locked down the Brussels suburb of Schaerbeek as part of an ongoing investigation in Tuesday's suicide bomb attacks. Police searched an apartment and seized boxes of evidence early Friday morning. Earlier, police arrested 6 people during an anti-terror raid in Schaerbeek, yet to end in the center of Brussels. Let's now get an update on that situation from Belgium. CCTV's Oli Barrett is joining me now from Brussels. Oli, there have been more arrests amidst an ongoing operation in Brussels. What do we know? What can you tell us?
The latest from the Federal Prosecutor's Office here in Brussels is that 6 arrests have been confirmed after a series of raids in the Schaerbeek region of Brussels, but also in the regions of Forêt and Jetta. 6 arrests in total being confirmed by the Prosecutor's Office, and they say that actually some of them may have taken place in the centre of Brussels as well. So it appears that a series of raids through the night here, Brussels time, have netted a series of terror suspects, and the prosecutor's office is saying that these raids have been linked directly to the attacks which took place in this city on Tuesday. Schaerbeek, of course, is an area of Brussels that had been raided earlier in the week after the attacks took place, and in those earlier raids, police said that they had found potential bomb-making equipment and an Islamic State flag and links to the suspected attackers of Tuesday. So that is where we are with the investigation. There is some reporting in the Belgian media that perhaps a 7th arrest has been made, and Belgian media also suggesting that one of the suspects in the airport bombing may have been arrested in these latest raids, but none of that has been confirmed by officials.
Well, there appears to be an emerging link now between the attacks in Brussels and the November attacks in Paris. And now the French authorities are saying they may have thwarted a major attack there as well. What do we know about that?
Yeah, French officials are talking of having thwarted an imminent attack, but they are also saying that at this stage they have no direct link in terms of that arrest to what took place here on Tuesday or to the Paris attacks back in November. Of course, we do know that the Paris attacks back in November had links to Brussels. It appears that part of the attacks, part of that plot was planned from here, the Belgian capital. And that's why there's been such concern in recent months from international intelligence agencies about whether the Belgian authorities were on top of these investigations into the Paris attacks and the aftermath, and whether they were on top of potential terrorists still hiding out in this city. US Secretary of State John Kerry is here in Brussels as we speak. He is here to express condolences for what happened on Tuesday, but also to offer US support for ongoing investigations into the attacks, and also to talk about how best to fight how best to fight terror networks around the world and to get on top of the Islamic State in Syria and northern Iraq. And we know that the Americans have had real concerns in recent months about Belgian authorities and their capability to tackle terrorists potentially hiding out in this city. The Americans have real fears about intelligence failures here in Europe and the ability of Europeans to get on top of what appears to be a growing problem.
Oli Barrett for us there in Brussels.